This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
I would send it back and then they'll bring a new one.
Reverse it?
No.
Send
it back and
then
they'll give a new one.
Absolutely. So you don't want the one you have. You don't want any part of it.
I don't.
It can't be fixed. Even reversing it.
Even reversing it. And they'll bring a new one.
Man. A new one every time?
Every time.
That is quite a hack. I'm going to Chipotle again.
Hi, I'm Brand, and I love When Calls the Heart.
Hey, it's Panda, and I like When Calls the Heart.
I'm Dan. I despise When Calls the Heart, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Yes, it is, and everybody can stop asking us about it. It's Deck the Hallmark. It's the podcast.
Clear that we're not quitting on When Calls the Heart.
No.
So thanks for all of you telling us thanks. It doesn't make me feel any better.
We'll take a
little hiatus,
break, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I want to keep going. I say we add it.
I'm sorry. What?
You say, I want to just make sure I get this right.
No, everything you're about to say, yes.
Hallmark is going to throw at us a minimum of 40. Mm-hmm. Some people are saying 50.
Sure, bring it
Who's
on.
saying that?
Barring,
Who's saying that?
I'll tell you who later on. It was a real person.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
It's a real person. A real person who has an opinion that would be a legit opinion on this.
Is it Shandy?
It is not Shandy. It's not Shandy. I would never throw around.
Coraline Wickler?
Dude, if you just evoke Wickler's name one more time, it's going to get ugly in here. And you know that.
Why do you still have beef with Wickler?
I just don't have time.
10 years later.
I don't have time. It was a game. It was a game of dice. It was a fair game.
You don't need to bring it up.
Snake
I was
eyes
there.
Snake eyes.
You don't need to.
Snake
I was
eyes
there.
Is Snake Eyes. Anyway.
In Wickler's defense, it was Halloween.
Snake Eyes is Snake Eyes.
It was Halloween.
Snake Eyes is Snake Eyes. Anyway, 40, maybe 50. And you're suggesting we sprinkle in a weekly When Calls the Heart with upwards of 50 Hallmark Christmas movies to watch.
Yeah. It'll break up the monotony.
You think When Calls the Heart
think When Calls the Heart is a lot of things.
Monotony. It is not a boredom breaker.
Yeah.
There's no world where I'm like, you know what? I'm a little bored. Maybe some Hope Valley will spice it up. No.
All I'm saying it was Halloween. You knew the rules
Snake
going
Eyes
in
is
there.
Snake Eyes.
You knew the rules going in
Snake
there.
Eyes is Snake Eyes.
He can't read
You know the rules going in. It's Halloween rules.
That's right.
Where I just
Snake Eyes is Snake Eyes.
knew what she was
You just
Snake
said
Eyes
that's
is-
right. So
Snake
you
Eyes
get
is
it.
Snake Eyes.
It's Halloween
No.
rules.
Halloween rules. Snake Eyes is still Snake Eyes.
No.
You read the bylaw amendments. Don't act like you didn't read the bylaw amendments.
You know I don't like.
bylaw amendments,
I don't like
Snake
taking
Eyes.
Wickler's side any more than anyone else
But
does.
you would admit Snake Eyes is Snake Eyes.
The problem.
You read the bylaw amendments.
I
You read
think
them.
it's foggy. It's Halloween rules.
No, even in Halloween.
It's
in
Halloween
there.
rules.
It's in there. And you and I both know in the graveyard after midnight, it's no longer Halloween.
And the only reason, if
That
any
gets
reason,
foggy though.
the only reason I would ever side with Dan on this is mainly because of the way Wickler's been acting ever since then. They got the tattoo that said Snake Eyes, and I didn't like it.
Here's the
Gloating.
thing. Here's the thing.
Wickler would do that.
Here's the thing. I'm not anti-Wickler in this regard, but that was a dumb tattoo.
It's a bad tattoo. Any tattoo.
It's a bad
that ends
tattoo.
with, it's not a good tattoo. It's not going to age well. Even like the staff of Home Improvements, like,
Right.
no, don't get that tattoo. Home Improvement has a staff, not a cast, not a crew. It's a staff. It's a teaching staff at Home Improvement. I'm a dummy, dumb.
Clock
Go
in.
the thing. Do the thing.
That's the sound it makes when you clock in.
They're teaching all the kids that were on that show. Zachary Ty Bryan, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, and Elfer.
Is it a goiter?
Well, it's nothing. It's pretty much, it's not like Yankees. It's not like Tigers 7. Yankees goiter. It's never not funny.
It is a well-written program. That's all I'm going to say about it. It's well-written. It's goiter. When Calls the Heart, Season 4.
Episode 9.
Episode 9.
Are we getting close to the end of the season, aren't we?
You're like, please? Yes?
Yeah.
What is the name of this episode?
Heart of Fire.
Heart heart's on fire. I'm going to
Why?
go with...
First of all.
Why any of them? Like, honestly, there's only been one that's made sense, which was Heart of the Teacher or something like that.
Yeah, Heart of a Teacher. That's right.
Heart of the Teacher.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and go Surfing Safari.
It is.
I don't know why, but I feel really confident that this episode is entitled Surfing Safari.
Is it Surfing Safari?
Is it Surfing Safari?
Because that was my second guess.
Surfing Safari. Come on, Surfing
It
Safari.
is Safari Surfing.
Whoa.
It's Courageous Hearts.
Courageous Hearts. Okay. Whatever. Should have been Surfing
You know what I'm
Safari.
saying? Like, I mean, I could have picked any what is it? Adverb, verb, noun,
Adjective?
That's the one.
Running
Pick one.
Hearts.
Running Hearts.
It originally aired on April 9th, 2017.
2017! Benny's not going anywhere. He's got room to spare in his walk-in closet. You got a stuffed animal for me to keep me company? I can't afford it, but I'm here for it.
Can we give him one?
2017.
We can glove him one.
How about an Elmo?
You can have one.
What about Bobby Socks?
You can have a Bobby
You
Socks.
can have a Bobby.
Bobby Socks for Benny! 2017!
Now, Benny,
When? Calls hard. 2017. Calls hard.
Benny, you were there Halloween night 10 years ago. Halloween night 10 years ago.
Snake eyes and snake eyes. Who'd have thought I'd agree with Dan?
I didn't.
Benny!
I every single time Benny shows up, I simultaneously like get sadder and then just want to give him a hug. And then I feel like I need a
I
hug.
got a new rain slicker.
I'm sorry, a what?
A new rain slicker.
Rain
it's
slicker?
bright yellow and it keeps me dry in the rain.
What's a rain slicker?
Read a book.
Okay.
Like a rain jacket?
Yeah, but it's yellow. It's a slicker. Come on, man. Meet me halfway here.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Are you
Yes.
trying? You never heard of the
That's
term
why
rain
I'm asking
slicker?
questions.
Just give him the Elmo. Just give
me
him the
Elmo.
doggone Elmo.
Bobby Socks for Benny.
The cafe wars are still a hot button issue this week.
Hot button issues.
You had your
okay,
turn.
I'll see myself out.
The Elmo's on the second drawer.
Did you see, he faded himself out there. Did you hear that? It was very impressive. I didn't see it coming.
The cafe wars are still a hot button issue here in Hope Valley, and so is Elizabeth and the Punk Pals. Lee bought a car, so you know that's gonna be fun. But Lee's hesitant to let his wife take the wheel. Come on, guys. Are we really gonna do this? Are we gonna do this? We're gonna really do this bit this week?
Yep.
AJ and Bill are still out in the wilderness. Remember AJ,
Yeah.
the girl?
Juicy Busset.
Yeah.
Biscuit. Bassinet. Josie Smollett.
Did you say Juicy Biscuit?
I never said Juicy Biscuit. No, I would never.
AJ and Bill are still out in the wilderness, and a man riding around thinks that AJ's an outlaw and confronts her. So, wait, how?
I don't know.
So she punches him in the face. And that's because they were old war buddies. Remember that old thing?
Yeah,
He's
classic.
right dead there. He's dead. So Cody tries to be nice to the punk pals, but Earl, the oldest punk pal, is really upping his punkness, especially when Elizabeth gets involved. Ray offers to close his cafe down, but only if Abigail gives him 20% of the profits forever. Abigail tells him to shove off. Elizabeth and the kids show up to school all together. It's trash. Naturally, she blames the punk pals with no proof and kicks them out. Turns out they did do it. Rosemary does an excellent horsepower bit that I couldn't help but wonder if she stole my material. Rosemary and Lee argue, and Rosemary tells Elizabeth that she's going to be staying with her for the night because she can't believe they're doing the driving bit. And Elizabeth is like, you got to go and tell the man that he's right. You're being difficult. You're a woman trying to drive.
Deep breath.
Russell, who's the punk pal's dad, decides to actually be a good dad. And that's all it takes for the punk pals to drop the punk and just be pals. Rosemary tells Lee that she's sorry and he's like, atta girl. Carson tells Abigail and Frank that he used to be married and that he moved to Hope Valley after his wife died so he could start a new life. Frank doesn't believe him. But, whatever. Earl, Chad, Russell, the punk gang, they help clean and fix up the school. Bill and AJ show up and tell Ray and Gowan that they're bad boys. And there's a shootout, almost, but they cut that. There's no shooting in this episode. I think we can only have like a couple shootouts this season, and we've already used them up. So we couldn't do that. But but once Ray finds out that Bill doesn't care, what did I write here?
Get there?
Hold on. Bill tells them that he's bad boys, and there's almost a shootout. But once Ray finds out that Bill doesn't care if he kills himself, he's like, "Oh man, I give up." What?
That doesn't make any sense. No.
I know what happened. So he says to him, "Hey, I'm gonna he's like, why don't you just shoot me?" And Bill's like, "Oh, I'd love to do that." And that's when he's like, "Oh, you might actually kill me. I'm going to turn myself in." That's what I meant when I said that.
There it is.
Abigail tells Bill that he hopes that he'll mention to the judge that Gowan stopped Ray from shooting him because I guess Abigail forgot that Gowan killed her husband and child.
Oh, what?
Abigail becomes mayor again. Thank God. Hopefully they don't do a recall.
It's tough when no one ever gets elected to be mayor to begin with.
Lastly, Elizabeth receives a letter from Jack saying that he loves her and that he's alive and that can't wait to be married. And that, my friends, was When Calls the Heart Surfing Safari. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Deck the Home. Benny seems to be doing better.
Benny is on the up and up.
Yeah.
Back
and
in
that's
his house.
encouraging.
Yeah, wife's
In the
giving him
closet.
another shot. He's working his way up.
His wife's
staying
getting another
dry.
shot.
Yeah, wife let him back in the house, even though he lost $100K. And he's in the walk-in closet. He's got to sleep in the walk-in closet.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's got the, what was that, the little yellow coat?
He's got a rain slicker
Rain
that I think
slicker.
he's very excited
And
about.
an Elmo.
And an Elmo and a Bobby Socks. I don't know what a Bobby Socks is, but he's got one.
Can I ask you guys this? We've
Please.
seen him for a while now.
Yeah.
How tall do you think he is? Because I'm starting to feel like I don't know height.
He's
He's 6'3".
6'2". Okay.
But
That could be
when
the
you
rain
look at him,
slicker.
Well,
he's
to be
definitely
fair,
a
That could be the
I
rain
saw
slicker.
him without his Crocs on.
Sure.
Yeah. He swears by those Crocs.
Well, and
Yeah.
Croc sales, they're up. Can you
Big
believe
up,
that?
Big time up.
Are the kids wearing Crocs at school?
They actually are
Yes, they're
wearing
on the
Crocs
app.
at school with the crew socks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crew socks and Crocs. And I'm just like,
And you,
that
lame.
same move 15 years ago gets me beat
gets
up.
you absolutely pummeled.
10 things you would do if you were single in
I mean,
2021.
dude, crew
Crocs
socks
and crew socks.
Crew socks and Crocs.
And,
Get out of here.
and
I
are
would
the
do that
kids
never.
are the kids putting the little things in the holes like little buttons?
No, they're not doing that.
They're not doing that. That
And
was last
typically
year.
the Crocs are white.
Yeah.
A lot of white Crocs out there.
And it's past Labor Day, so they know better.
For crying out loud.
Hey guys, let's break this episode of television
Okay.
down. I'm going to start with the hot take. I'm going to start with my good friend here, Panda. Panda, what do you think about this episode?
Yeah.
Give me the good stuff.
Listen.
Bring it home.
This I wrote down that's a solid episode.
Is it? Is it?
But there's some questionable moves that they make. First of all, it seems as if they are playing to a stereotype that women can't drive.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
not great. Not a real smooth move on their part. There is some violence in this episode, a couple scenes of violence, which I
Not
appreciated.
only do they play into the stereotype that women can't drive, but they also force the woman to apologize when she does try.
And I want to be clear about this. Ford paid good money for all of it.
Yeah.
Ford slapped that emblem in like up for like, oh, you're going to do an episode where women can't drive? Can Can we please? We're built for tough. Can we please get in on this action?
I couldn't believe it.
It is.
Oh my gosh.
It is wild that they decide to do that. I will say the one perk of the storyline this week was, if there is one, that Lee and Rosemary, they should have been having a fight up till now. Like they've just been awful. She has been really tough to watch.
This is a tough situation because the show sets out to do a bit where women can't drive. That's a mistake.
It's a
mistake. We don't want to watch it. I don't want to see it. It's bad television. But if we buy into the fact that Rosemary has never driven before and does not know how to operate a stick shift automobile, probably on the column, it's got a clutch, that's all you need to know, then from that point forward, she is wrong.
She is wrong.
Because she doesn't let Lee teach her. She tries to do it without any instruction and almost wrecks this brand new car. The problem is that the foundation here is very slippery because the thesis is that women can't drive, and that is not okay.
But 100% to all of that. And I think that is what makes, he has every right to be mad. And the reality is they should have had a fight prior to this. I mean, every episode she is just absolutely ruining what he's worked on.
It's unbearable.
And so it is a really tough, and I'm glad they finally had a fight to talk it out, because it's been tough to watch. But that said, I don't know, the episode is what it is. No Jack. I mean, the reason you watch the show is it's Jack and Elizabeth, and it's on hiatus. I have not minded this storyline with Elizabeth watching the kids and these two kids being tough to work with. I haven't minded that. I don't know. This episode is fine.
Sure. There's a lot of things in this episode that I just couldn't believe happened. The driving, I couldn't believe that was going on. The fact that she accused two boys in her class with no proof that they destroyed the classroom. Couldn't believe that happened. The fact that they did.
They did it.
Yep. Didn't see that coming. I thought for sure lessons were going to be learned by everybody. No.
Just by the punk pals.
The punk pals are the worst.
Yep.
And you can accuse them of anything because they probably
precedes them, and you should not give them the benefit of the doubt. That's what I learned is when we have kids that seem to have a rough exterior, what I learned is you really you're harder on them because they clearly are bad kids. That's what I learned this week.
Bad apples.
The fact that Punk Pal's dad says, I want to give them another go. And they're just like, yeah, let's be good boys now.
Let's be fans of each other.
Lots of misses for me in this episode. Unfortunately, it's a pass for Bran.
Yeah. If it's a pass for Bran, I think we all know where I land here. This is.
You liked it this week.
I'm just swimming in a sea of despair. It's bad television. No Jack around, no plot in sight. There's cafeteria versus commissary. There's punk pals destroying a classroom, and there's one bored Dan just trying to stay awake to see.
We don't even get to see the punk pals destroy the classroom.
Just to see if they're going to follow through with this women can't drive thing. That is the only thing that kept my interest was, oh, that's an interesting way to do this. Let's see how this goes. Aside from that, and if the thing that's interesting is Rosemary and Lee, we've got a huge problem. This is bottom of the barrel stuff here. This is real bad. It's not Hamilton bad, but it's very, very close. Hard pass.
Let's get to the feels. And to be clear to everybody, Hamilton, the place. Great.
Not the...
Yeah, Hamilton the musical. Well,
Dan hates it.
Yeah, way better than this.
Dan hates Hamilton. That's what I learned today. Panda.
Yeah, the kiss at the end between Bill and AJ. Kind of sassy. And I liked it. I like Bill and AJ. I like them as a couple. She spices things up. He needs somebody to kind of put him in check, and they make a good team. I hope we see more of it.
Oh man, that's a take.
And no feels from Brandon this week.
No feels for Dan either. That's your feels. My feels are I'm angry at your feels.
Did you not like the spicy
kiss? Just a product placement. It's just like, hey, let's let the team from Wedding March have a few scenes together for 2 episodes.
You think they're coming? Is she coming back?
No, gosh, no. She'll be gone before you know it.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Juicy Biscuit's not around long.
Juicy Biscuit?
Bissy Jussit? Bussy Jissett.
It's not that. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Night the Hallmark. Greetings, travelers.
Turns out it's Denise Daniels.
Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about When Calls the Heart, Season 4, Episode 9, Courageous Hearts.
Hearts on fire, desire.
Let's start with Wait What? Part of the show we talk about what in this episode of television made us go, wait, what? I'm going to start with my good friend Panda.
The best part of the kids, the what are you calling them?
Punk pals.
Punk pals. The punk pals trashing the schoolroom. They wreck the place, right? Absolutely trash it. Things are torn up. But the one thing they do, they don't do, they just take some chalk and scribble it on the chalkboard. It's the best. Like, they destroy everything.
Make sure we know. They know what we did. Mess up the chalkboard.
And they do it with chalk. Like, they don't even, it's wild to me. I still don't understand how the mayor thing works in this town.
They
Those
haven't
are my
had an
two
election in years. Just one recall after another, just switching places.
Somebody gets kicked
It's a
out. They're
real-
like, well, I guess I might as well do it this
It's
time.
a real Game of Thrones situation. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no elections here in Hope Valley. Get out of here.
True.
I just, the election thing, whatever. What I can't be okay with is at any point in time in life, in history, is Abigail saying, hey, Frank, take it easy on my guy Gowan.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
What is the point of that?
I feel like we're the only three people that have watched this show that actually watched and remember that Gowan legitimately hid safety records and was willing to kill and did, through his negligence, kill 40 plus minors,
Mega funeral.
including Abigail's son and husband.
Forgive me, Pa.
Forgive me, Pa. First episode. Gowan's fault. Gowan did it. And then tried to blame him. Tried to blame her dead husband for
Took
the
her
death.
to court. Took her to court.
That's right. And this is a guy.
And because and then what? A couple years later.
And here's the thing.
He is trying to make sure a gunfight doesn't happen.
Abigail. He says in this, no. I've got to come clean. He doesn't say that, but he says, the railroad has crossed a line. That's what he says. Dear gracious, I just don't what the gall that this guy has to think the railroad's crossed a line is just phenomenal. Next level.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. The safety and the mines. No lines crossed.
None.
That's all on the up.
No, up and up. Railroad.
The
lines crossed.
the hiding the records.
Yeah, hiding records in dirt somewhere.
That's all the up.
Yeah.
But don't mess around with taxes.
No. How dare you? Don't mess with taxes.
I also the
I
conversation.
just got the don't mess with taxes thing. That was really good.
That's
Switch
good.
the
You're
E
good.
and the A is
Yeah,
all we
no,
did.
no.
Dan, what do you got, pal?
I will say that I admire When Calls the Heart's consistency of view of what they think how they think businesses operate. At one point, Abigail, this is like they think that this is how people act in real life, or they want to at least make you think it. Abigail, no one is coming to Abigail's cafe.
Nope.
No one. She has Paul Green working there, who is money's just being hemorrhaged. And Bill Avery's like, hey, you could get rid of him. And she says, I'm not going to fire someone just because I'm in a bind. God bless you, Abigail. That's it's not real life. It just isn't. You and I both know it. You'd fire somebody in a heartbeat. I'm a little.
All the people that were furloughed last year are like, why wasn't Abigail my boss?
My boss at Chipotle didn't think like Abigail. Anyway, next up, they're in the forest, and AJ and Bill are still trying to figure each other out. And AJ turns on Bill and points the gun at him like she's going to shoot him. And he says, didn't you give me your word? And she says, yes, but I didn't specify which word it was.
Spicy.
Like, guys, if you give someone your word, it's usually followed by, I give you my word that I will or won't do something. The context of give you my word does in fact explain that. You can't just say I give you my word instead of yes or no.
My word was actually chocolate.
You didn't know the secret word. It was murder. Didn't you give me a word? Yeah, but I didn't tell you which word it was. I gave you it was an article. I gave you that's the word I gave you. It doesn't mean a hill of beans. I'm murdering you now. That's terrible writing. That's just bad writing. I don't know what to tell you.
They're just on a different level, man.
The guy in the woods who's attacking them, I could have sworn in the previous episode that guy was the brother, the dad of the punk pals. But in this episode, it just turns out he's the doppelganger of the guy that owns the railroad because he looks so much like the guy that owns the railroad. I don't know what they're trying to do here, but they've made up this guy that like is an amalgam of the two brothers.
He was also in Playing Cupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, what you guys don't know is that Panda on Tuesday, he was just playing ahead.
Yeah, he was. So this show's going to land.
On Thursday.
Land.
I'm going to set myself up.
That's all I got.
It's time for Hopes and Valleys, the part of the show where we talk about things that are exciting us for the future and or bumming us out. Panda.
I hope AJ comes back. I would like them to do something with Bill Abbott. Avery. Sorry. Slip of the tongue. That was a Freudian slip.
Slip,
I'd like them to do something with Bill Avery. And
It's a Gak attack.
Good news is Gak doesn't believe in Freud. So.
that's true.
Nope. Maybe not. When calls the heart's a little bit more rough around the edges.
Yeah, it is.
Get
It's
away
a
with
rough, yeah. I mean, you said juicy biscuit earlier.
Gak just hired Laura Osnes. I just came in through the wire. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. You guys just let me say it too. Nobody stops me. Nobody edits it out. You just keep it going.
Best of luck. Best of luck to AJ. Hope she comes back.
My hope is that we get more Paul Green. Still, is what I'm hoping
I love
for.
that guy.
He's great in this. I
Yes,
will
he
say
is.
that, like, what he does in this show is just wonderful.
He's great. He's great. I love him. I still don't know what I'm supposed to believe about him, and I think that's nice.
Because the creators of the show don't.
They
know
don't
either.
all know either. Yes,
that's exactly right.
but good fun so far. Give him more time.
Give
more
him more
space.
time. Take away from Lee and Rosemary. Add to
Please.
Paul Green. I think we'd all. That's a win for all of us. Hopes nothing. The show's miserable, and it's just a march into eternal death. And Valley Gowan is back to being like, you crossed a line. How dare you, Al Capone tax evasion? Actually, Al Capone didn't happen yet, so it wouldn't be that. How dare you mess with the taxes? You don't mess with them.
Was that saying around?
No, I don't know if it was. Maybe. I don't know. Any of our Texan audience can tell us. I'm sure they will. No
Sure
doubt
they
about
will.
it. Yeah.
It's time. Well, guys, we did it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Smolder, no.
No, zero.
Pocket Watch, no.
No.
Shepherd's Pie, no. It's a no.
It's a
Across
triple.
the board.
It's a triple no.
It's a triple
Hey,
no.
are we just Pocket Watch? We're still doing that, huh?
Yeah, every episode we
Is he
said.
still around?
We committed to it, and here we are.
Yeah. The Punk Pals killed Pockets. They buried him out in the sawmill. Never found
So
him.
what? I hope Pocket comes back next week. Zombie Pockets.
Get Zombie Pockets. I saw them live.
Zombie Pock.
So good.
Zombie Pocket Lips.
That would be a better name.
Yeah.
Did you say pocket lips?
Like the zombie
zombie
apocalypse.
apocalypse.
Zombie pocket lips.
Yeah. It's still
Zombie
kind of
apocalypse.
disgusting. Yeah.
Pocket Lips.
We've been really around the fray this episode. All right. What's calling my heart? Email us hello@deckthehallmark.com to get your email read.
Who
on
do
the
we
air.
have?
We have Bianca.
Ooh.
Bianca.
That is-
Hello, boys.
Hey, Bianca.
I heard you needed more content for what's calling my heart. So
Always.
I'm here to provide. Firstly, BTS has been calling my heart these days.
Yes.
From 2013, when I was 15 years old. So this is a 23-year-old.
All right, Bianca.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you for helping.
Panda
Who
could
says
be-
we can't reach the
Panda
younger
could
gen?
be your granddad. To now, I've grown up with them, and it's so great to see them become so happy and so successful.
Yes.
Because of them, I worked harder to learn Korean.
Whoa.
Learned how to animate music videos.
Whoa.
And got on my first plane to see them in concert back in 2019.
That's awesome.
That
Bianca,
is
you have
unbelievable.
never once offered to make us an animated music video.
I've got news for you coming up.
Oh my God.
It looks like it's an anime painting of us.
Yes.
And I will
We see it?
it's here. Yeah. I've not clicked it fully yet, so this is going
I
to be
could
exciting.
not be more thrilled.
Secondly, the thought of you three sitting around the table and reviewing another episode of When Calls the Heart week after week after week, like I truly don't know how you guys do it. I go into a fugue state anytime I try to sit down and watch an episode. Same, Bianca. Honestly, if you gave up the series and acted as if it never happened, I wouldn't blame you. But because y'all continue to sacrifice your sanity for our entertainment, I made you a gift. It's attached in this email, and I hope you like it. Thank you for everything you do, and I wish for you success in everything you do moving forward. P.S. Love the bits, adore the bits.
Yes.
I'm willing to actively and aggressively defend the bits if you ever need me. Love
she's
Bianca.
awesome.
Bianca,
Damn.
you're hired.
Bianca, that's what I'm talking about. I've clicked the link. This is fantastic.
What do we got?
It is great. Let's see if this
Can
makes
you
it
show
any bigger.
us?
Calm down.
I've been waiting for a decade. Oh my goodness. That is awesome.
It is so great. We're gonna have to put it on the Facebook.
We gotta do it.
I
My
mean,
gosh, that's phenomenal.
That is unbelievable. Go to the cam. On delayed. I will get to it in a second. I promise we will. We're just gonna wait. It is just absolutely.
Oh, here he comes.
Good stuff. We're gonna sit here the whole time. So this is gonna stay on your screen. Go closer. You're gonna have to go closer. We don't know yet because it's a delay. Should have started closer. I mean, that's as good as it's going to get. Just get back over here. Just put it on the socials. Bianca, this is amazing. If we're allowed to use your artwork on our socials, we will 100% put that up because that is wonderful.
That is awesome.
You nailed it.
So cool.
I can't believe it took us this long to read this. She actually emailed this August 22nd. So maybe we should open these. I don't like to open them because I want a surprise. Maybe we should
big
open them.
surprise.
Yeah, just to vet him.
Yeah, to vet them a little bit because sometimes we're out here,
Guys, we did
it.
We'll see you tomorrow at Bramblefest. You can still buy a virtual ticket if you want.
Yeah, do it.
Come on. Join us virtually. It's going to be great. Until then, may we be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmarks of Bramble Jam podcast. It's presented by Philo TV. It's produced by Brandon Gray and recorded live in, Greenville, South Carolina. Set decor is by Plum at Haywood Mall. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on Bramble Jam Podcast Network, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com.